What inspired me to finally start inspiration? What is your biggest or what is my biggest challenge? Was there a moment you almost gave up? Hi everyone! Welcome to our year-end and final episode of the season. This time, wala muna tayong guest and instead, gusto kong bumalik sa mga kwentong nakasama nating buong taon. Mga usapang nagpatibay, nagbigay ng hope, and nagpakilala sa atin sa iba't ibang buhay. I also want to share with you some of the lines, mga salitang naging gabay at paalaala this year. As we close this season, and this year, let's take a moment to look back, breath, and appreciate the journey. So, let's go to episode 5. Kay Pastora Edith po.
As you age pala, God will teach you how to handle na yung mga ganyan. Maha-handle mo na siya on a different level na. Yes. Kaya ngayon, sa ganong stage, natututuhan ko na una sa prayer, sa panalangin, then surrender to God. Surrender mo kay Lord kasi may mga bagay, may mga tao na hindi mo kayang baguhin. You cannot change them. Kahit ano pang sabihin mo. Kasi ako yung tao na gusto ko agad ma-solve yung problem. Right away, ma-solve ko yung problem. Pero hindi, tuturuan ka ng Diyos. God will teach you, to be patient. And God will teach you to trust Him with all your heart talaga. Kasi minsan, ang daling sabihin, itiwala mo lang yan kay Lord.
Yes.
Just trust in the Lord with all your heart. Pero kapag ikaw na yung nandun sa situation, doon mo lang talaga maiintindihan ng totoo kung ano ang tunay na ibig sabihin ng trusting in the Lord. So sa dami ng mga pinagdaanan na sa buhay, doon ko talaga naintindihan ngayon yung the power of surrender to God.
So, I remember nung time na nagkaroon kami ng conversation, nabanggit niya po doon yung confrontational. So, sa ating mga Filipino, usually mahirap po talaga to. Pero, kung ako po tatanungin, ako rin hindi rin ako masyadong, or before, pwedeng hindi na ako nag-isip, go lang ako ng go. Pero, I learned from Pastora na we need to surrender first sa Lord. And kapag na-surrender mo na yon, and kapag may right timing na doon, you can do it. Kasi alam mo, kailangan talaga natin ng guidance kapag may confrontation na. Lalong-lalo na, it takes an emotions po talaga. Kaya dapat kalmado yung puso natin kapag meron tayong sinasettle na bagay. Let's go to episode number 9, kay Madam Rona.
Na-mention din nila sa akin na hindi pa sila sumasahod. Merong project kami na 3 months, meron 6 months. Yeah, between 3 to 6 months, pero sila hindi sumasahod. So, nag-wonder ako kasi every month naman nagsasign ako ng checks para sa payroll ng mga staff. Then, tinawagan ko yung finance. Doon ko na-find out na yung may-ari, ang pinasasahod lang nila ako. Pero yung employees ko hindi. Including yung finance. Hindi rin siya sumasahod. Binibigyan lang sila ng advance. So, kinausap ko yung may-ari. Sabi ko, ano nangyayari? Kasi operation manager ako. Aware ako kung ang company is sumasahod, kumikita, at kung may pending kami payments, wala naman. So, anong reason? Sabi niya, ano daw ang problema ko? Sinagot niya ako na, anong problema mo? Sumasahod ka naman. Sabi ko, hindi Kasi hindi yun yung... Sa akin kasi, ako yung pinakangkwan nila, parang ako yung leader nila. Kahit sumasahod ako, hindi ako yung type ng tao na sarili ko lang iniisip ko. Kasi wala ako doon sa posisyon ko, hindi ko makakayang i-handle ang company nang wala yung team ko.
So, integrity. I remember nung nagkaroon din kami ng sharings about this integrity. What you reap, you will sow. Kasi nabanggit niya nga po doon na nag-stand siya on behalf dun sa mga co-workers niya kasi hindi nga raw po napapasahod. Nasabi niya po na magre-resign siya kapag hindi napasahod yung mga co-workers niya. So nangyari, napasahod naman. Pero after that, nangyari ulit na hindi mapasahod. So nag-resign po siya. So kaya po nabanggit ko, what you reap you will sow. After years, nagkaroon po siya ng 3 companies. So, yung integrity, dadali mo talaga siya throughout your life, hindi lang dahil may ginawa ka. And let's go to episode 1 by Joms.
While waiting, wait actively, not passively. So, actively meaning you have to discover kung ano pa yung mga kaya mong gawin sa sarili mo so that invest in yourself. So, yung nasabi ko kanina, it is always worth it to invest sa sarili because you can use it anytime.
Invest on yourself. Very important kasi yung value mo somehow makikita dito on how you invest. And ito yung bagay na hindi sa'yo mananakaw.
So, alam ko, etong taong to, hindi niya alam na siya yung episode 1 at hindi niya rin alam na siya na yung kasamang mag-shoot. So, nabanggit niya investing with yourself. So, sa investing with yourself, it will cost you a lot. Lalo na kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng flaws. 'Di ba? It takes money, effort, and talagang minsan may pain pa. Pero after that, worth it siya. Kasi alam mong pag-i-invest din sa sarili mo kapag meron tayong napagdadaan ng challenge. Let's go to episode number 3 by Rose Baldomero.
Ang isang word, dapat nga nung umalis ako, dapat meron pa kaming kasulatan nun. Pero dahil 100% naintiwala ako sa kanya, hindi ko na kailangan yun. Aalis ako, iiwan ko sa'yo yung anak ko. Yun yung, salitaan lang naming dalawa.
So, isa ako sa nakasubaybay kung paano niya naiwan yung 2 anak niya sa Pilipinas. And isa sa nabanggit niya is trusting. Napagkatiwalaan niya po yung isang tao sa Pilipinas na para mag-alaga nung 2 anak niya. Kung titingnan natin, hindi natin pagkatiwala yung 2 anak natin kapag hindi natin kilala at hindi natin kamag-anak. Pero tong taong to, pinagkatiwala niya doon. You know why? Kasi pinagkatiwala niya lang doon dahil alam niya ang Lord na yung bahala. And let's go to episode 6, JM Visda.
Naghingi ako ng tawad sa kanya and yung parang very emotional yun. Anong tawag doon? Naghingi ako ng tawad sa kanya and siya din naghingi ng tawad. Nagkaroon actually ng reconciliation and hiningi ko sa kanya yung blessing.
Father's love. Nabanggit niya po doon, nang hingi sila ng kapatawaran sa bawat isa and nagkaroon silang reconciliation. I remember sa tatay ko, year 2019 po kasi nawalan tatay ko. And doon nagkaroon na siya ng sakit, doon ko rin nakita na every moment kailangan natin ma-enjoy yung family time natin sa parents natin kasi limit po talaga yung life natin dito, hindi siya forever. So hanggat kasama natin yung parents natin, take a moment every bonding that you have. Let's go to episode 4 by Junel Naire.
Grabe, ang laki ng sinip nung work ko from cargo, kargador, encoder, tapos driver, tapos ngayon napunta ako sa architectural department. Sabi ko, bakit ako nandito? Diba, I declare for the plans I have for you, declares the Lord to prosper at not to harm you. Yung plano ko, anak. So ngayon, yung plano ko naman yung pag-aralan mo. So yun, continuous ako ngayon na nagtatrabaho doon, tapos yung praise God at yung expect na triple ng Lord yung sahod ko before, kumpara ngayon. Kaya sabi ko, Lord, ano pa ba yung kaya mong patunayan sa akin? Parang ayoko na umalis sa piling mo kasi grabe yung grace, grabe yung provision na nare-receive ko pag nasa piling mo.
So, etong taong to, 19 years old lang siya, naging OFW na. So, kung titingnan natin, ang mga teenager pa at lalaki pa, pwede ang naisip niya lang maglaro or magdota. Magdota pa ba tayo nun? Pero, ang naisip niya na is maging OFW na. And hindi naging madali yung, yung process na dinaanan niya dito from cargador, Then, naging sa admin din siya. And ngayon, maganda na yung work niya. So, hindi dahil pupunta tayo ng ibang bansa, maganda agad yung work natin. Dadaan at dadaan talaga tayo sa process. Maganda ngayon yung naging trabaho niya na. And why? Kasi finalo niya yung process. Mahirap dumaan sa process, maraming iyak moments, maraming pain, pero worth it kapag dumating ka na doon sa Finland sa'yo. Pero the good thing is, yung potential na lagay sa atin is nailabas natin. Then, let's go to episode number 2 by Sir JM and Mrs. Avi Visda.
Hindi mo lang mamahalin yung maganda sa kanya, even yung darating yung time na makikita mo even yung mga pangit sa kanya, you need to accept. Nagkakaroon ng little compromise dahil mahal mo.
Yes.
And when you say na kapag mahal mo, hindi naman lahat yan dahil nararamdaman mo lang.
So, this couple is, if you will watch their episode, nabanggit po nila na may gap by age. So, kailangan nila mag-meet talaga kung ano yung nadaan ng isa or pagdadaanan pa lang. And nabanggit niya nga po doon na hindi mo lang mamahalin kasi maganda yung napakita niya. Pero paano kapag may pangit na? Mas kailangan may i-accept yun. Nagkaroon ng little compromises po talaga sa kanila. Dahil kayo yung pinagtagpo ng Lord or kayo na yung naging mag-asawa, whatever happened, sabi nga po sa Bible is, yung kung sino pinagtagpo mo, walang ibang makakapagpahiwalay sa kanila. Dahil mahal mo, when you say mahal mo, hindi lang yan dahil nararamdaman, pero it's a decision. Episode number 8 by Ate Gion. So, if you remember, medyo nag-trending po yung name niya. Jonely. So, yung Jonely, ginamit po na initial name ng 8 kapatid niya.
Ang na-adapt ko is mabait akong mami, maintindihin. Sobrang uunahin ko yung mga anak ko bago ako.
Selflessness.
Sobra. Yun ang nakuha ko kay mama.
So, nabanggit niya, selflessness. Usually sa atin, mahirap to kasi lalo na kapag meron kang ginugol. Pero isa sa na-adapt niya sa mama niya is pagiging selfless. So, ngayon, mother na din siya. Nakuha niya yung pagkakaroon ng heart of selflessness. Kaya yun yung nabibigay niya sa naging mga anak niya. Maraming salamat po sa lahat na naging parte ng Season 1. Kung wala po kayo, hindi magiging successful and hindi magiging meaningful yung journey na to. Thank you sa time and effort and lalong-lalo na sa naging guest natin at sa lahat ng viewers na sumuporta. You truly mean a lot to us. Alam ko po na mga stories dito hindi tungkol sa amin, kundi tungkol sa mga taong naabot at nabigyan ng konting learning, hope, and inspiration. And speaking of inspiration, what inspired me to finally start inspiration? Naalala ko, nabanggit ko na po siya sa nung nag-solo ng interview din po ako. Na-interview din. So, when I first heard the name podcast, zero knowledge naman po talaga ako, as in wala. Hindi ko alam yung terms, yung process, the setup, nothing at all. And I even thought about it for almost 2 months before my finally saying yes. Pero I said yes because I just want also something new in my life. I wanted to try something different and for us to discover the talents and potentials ng Lord na nilagay sa heart natin. And we really need to step out on our comfort zone. And of course, hindi siya madali. Nung nagsisimula kami mag-shoot, ang dami kong flaws, ang likot ng kamay ko, paulit-ulit yung mga words, and minsan sobrang tawa pa. Yung parang wala ka sa camera. Kahit gusto ko maging seryoso, talagang makita niya sa episode 1, guys. And syempre, ang hirap din mag-adjust sa camera at sa proper way ng shooting. But the beautiful part of this, we're here now. We made it in season 1 until now for episode 10. And syempre, thank you, Lord. And as for the inspiration behind the name, actually, hindi ko po naisip din kung ano yung magiging name ng podcast. Hinayaan na lang po kasi ako kung ano daw po yung magiging name ng podcast. And out of nowhere, naging Lay Inspiration na po nga. And I know it was God who placed in my heart. And syempre, I'm Lay, and the goal was simply to inspire. So, it became Lay Inspiration. One word, one identity, and one purpose. And at the end of the day, this podcast is not about just to inspire people, but it's about the people who share their stories. The people we talk to, the real lives that teach us something every episode. Yung biggest challenge na na-face namin throughout the season 1 is yung time talaga. Lahat kasi kami galing sa work and most of the time, 6 or 7 p.m. yung out namin. Pagdating ko, I still need to prepare my clothes. Kailangan ko i-refocus yung sarili ko, i-review yung thoughts, and maybe make sure my heart was ready to listen again to another person's story. And syempre, sobrang importante na i-remind ko lagi yung sarili ko na hindi ako ang bida sa podcast. It's about the story of the person sitting in front of me. So, I need to be present, focused, and emotionally ready. Kahit pagod na pagod physically from work. Another big challenge. Since first-timer talaga ako, hindi ko talaga alam kung saan ako kukuha or kuhugot ng mga encouragement, words of encouragement or responses na kailangan during nung conversation namin. But praise God, He gave me the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding every time I needed it. And one major lesson I learned was even when you are tired mentally, physically, and you need moments to refocus and refresh your mind. Kasi pag galing ka sa work, kailangan mong i-shift ulit yung mind mo. You don't always have a choice. May shooting ka, may commitment ka, so you learn how to realign yourself again. Sa production challenge, yes, it's hardest moment din po sa amin bawat isa. Isa sa pinaka-challenge namin na na-face namin that time with the team, something happened during nung one schedule ng shoot days namin. Nag-record kami for 3 full episodes. Then we gave all effort, time, and availability and everything. But at the end of the day, nawala po siya lahat. Kasi hindi po namin na-record ng maayos yung audio, yung camera, hindi po siya na proper setup, hindi siya na set up properly, and yung angle and everything was unusable po talaga. And syempre, masakit. Nakakapanghina kasi binigay mo lahat, yung preparation, even yung energy, yung oras mo. Tapos biglang mawawala. But the biggest lesson we learned from the moment was we need to move on and move forward. We cannot stay in that mistake forever. And na-learn naman po talaga namin, and we carry wisdom with the Lord, or wisdom na galing sa Lord. Yes, it costs us a lot. Sobra po. Yung time, effort, energy, and even emotions. But the good thing is, God planted new knowledge and new wisdom in us through that experiences. And that made us stronger, more prepared for the next episodes. And of course, rest is still important. I learned that if you want to give your best in shooting, you need to prepare yourself personally. Hindi lang sa damit, hindi lang sa setup, kundi pati sa puso at mindset mo. Then the last question, was there a moment you almost gave up? What kept you going? Yes, there was a moment po talaga. And magiging honest ako, I almost gave up that time kasi I remember, I think 5 months kaming na-stop sa podcast. Wala pong nare-release na kahit anong episode or even reels. Then, that time, din na ba ako nakapag-isip ng better way kung paano makakontinue. Doon po nag-start yung pag-vlog ko. Then, during the months, I really asked God kung, Lord, tapos na ba to? Hanggang dito na po ba yung lay inspiration? And because of that, nag-pause po talaga. I naturally shifted to vlogging. So, nabanggit ko nga po na nag-vlog na lang ako. Doon ko actually nasimula yung pag-edit ko personally, yung pag-voice over ko rin. And ngayon, experience ko yung sa production, mahirap and malaking effort din po talaga yung ginagawa nila. And I appreciate talaga kasi nga kung wala naman ang production, wala rin po tayong mapanood. So, may similarity din kasi yung ginagawa ko sa podcast. So, parang hindi ako totally nawala sa purpose. But honestly, yes, I gave up for a moment. But what kept me going was simply truth in my heart. If it's still God's will, it will continue. If it's from Him, then He will make a way. If He started, He will sustain it. And personally, wala naman talagang final confirmation na tapos na yung inspiration. So, I waited. I trusted, I prayed for His perfect timing. And I know, here we are, Season 1, Episode 10. Nakabalik kami, nakapagpatuloy, and I know God is still using this platform to inspire people to move forward, to keep going, and to remind all of us that everything you plant will grow in God's perfect timing. Speaking of not giving up, I want to remember po yung kabayan natin sa Pilipinas who were affected by the recent ng earthquake and flood po, especially sa Cebu. Hindi po madali ang pinagdaanan nyo. Tao tayo nasasaktan, natatakot, nalulungkot. And it's okay if hanggang ngayon mabigat pa rin po siya. Healing is a process po talaga. And I want you to know that I'm praying for you, for those who lost homes, and especially po those who lost loved ones. I understand the pain because I also lost my father nung last 2019. Walang madaling paraan para makarecover, but little by little po, makakaahon din tayo. Remember God's promises, He will never leave you nor forsake you. And kahit mahirap ang panahon, as long as may breath pa tayo, may hope pa rin. And para sa ating mga OFW na nakikinig ngayon, alam ko sobrang bigat din dahil Pasko po. Malayo tayo sa ating pamilya, nakakamiss, nakakalungkot. At minsan maiisip natin, kakayanin ko pa ba? Pero darating din yung panahon na makasama mo ulit sila. At pag nangyari yun, lahat ng pagod at sakripisyo mo worth it na. From my heart to yours, Merry Christmas po! Sana kahit nasan ka ngayon, maramdaman mo ang konting warm, happiness, and calm ngayong Christmas. And honestly, hindi lang dahil Christmas, kaya mararamdaman mo yung hope, kaya mo rin araw-araw dahil mararamdaman mo ang peace and joy sa puso mo. Proud kami sa inyo, proud ang Lord sa inyo because you didn't give up. You're still moving forward, and after every storm, there's always a rainbow. And speaking of rainbow, Season 2 is our next rainbow. New stories, new inspiration, and more lessons to learn together. And may the coming year bring you hope, healing, and new beginnings. Thank you. Laging tandaan, live, love, life. Thank you so much po. And syempre, masakit. Nakakapanghina kasi binigay mo lahat, yung preparation, even yung energy, yung oras mo. Tapos biglang mawawala. Parang siya, joke. Cut yun.